I look like, Tepig. I knew it. I really did turn into Tepig. Hey, you're awake. You okay? Ugh! Arg, I forgot! The most important meeting of my life! I'm the one who manages the land around here. That's right. I wonder if that poor Pokemon I heard is alright. How could I forget her? I've got to help her somehow. But how? Marvin, let's do our best together. I know there's nothing here now, but this is it! This is the place! This is going to be our paradise! Wow. Night sure comes fast around here, huh? There's nothing at all here. I mean, of course there's not, but, well, I guess we'll just have to camp out for the night. It's pretty cold, huh? I guess the first thing we need to do is build a house. That's true. If it started raining now, we'd be in a real mess. I'd like to be able to keep out of the rain and wind at least. Let's think about building a house tomorrow, yeah? Sleep tight, Marvin. You never get tired of this song. Oh, it's my Go Quack, sir! How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, good sir? How you doing? Welcome back. You know, last time somebody told me not to do it, right? But, like, we gotta do one per episode. Do I want to waste it on this? We'll waste it on a better opportunity, okay? Morning. I mean, let me get into the Quackstar voice. Morning. I came to see how you two were surviving. Did you sleep well last night? I felt it was appropriate right there. Come on, spare me this, like, morning, Quacksire. And no, not really. It was a little chilly. Turns out it's pretty tough to stay out of the wind when you've got no walls. So we're thinking that we'd really like to build a house. But we don't really know where to start. You know, one thing about Quagsire, this man is a goated, I guess you don't call him a realtor, but a goated salesman. I mean, he's coming back to check on the people who already bought the crappy property from him in the first place. That's some real care and consideration right there. But we really don't know where to start. Well, if it's a house you were after, I think there should be a carpenter or three somewhere in Post Town. Really? If you ask them, they should be able to build you a house, Post Town is just, a quick walk from here. Want to check it out? Yeah! Let's go, Marvin. You guys are about to be introduced to what is the greatest town in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon history, Post Town. Or my favorite town in any... Honestly, Post Town is my favorite town in any video game ever. Like, I'm being dead serious. Let's find a carpenter to build us a house. This way, It sure is annoying, refreshingly empty around here. Annoyingly empty. Refreshingly empty. This way, I don't know what tune he's humming, and I never was able to figure it out. A lot of traveling Pokemon come along this high. Sorry, I gotta keep remembering to do the voice. A lot of traveling Pokemon come along this highway here. It's like, I'm trying to not make his voice sound too similar to Bidoof's, but like, I don't know, Bidoof kind of had like this country accent going on. Hey guys! I guess the difference between Bidoof and Quagsire is that I think they probably would sound the same. I just think Quagsire sounds way more, like, tired and old compared to Bidoof's like, hey Marvin and M, how you guys doing? Quagsire's more like, hey Marvin and M, how are you guys doing? Like that, like slow, like that. I don't know. I guess that's the kind of the main difference between Quagsire and Bidoof's voice. A lot of traveling Pokemon come on this highway here, And so Post Town was built as a, nice rest stop for all those Pokemon. I'm sorry, the make it so hard not to laugh. Post Town is just this way, Let's go check it out, Okay. Post Town, here we come. Michael, Post Town. Oh, hearing this song just makes me want to cry already, man. Here we go. Yeah, that's how I feel when I listen to the song. Dude, every time I hear Post Town's theme, tears come in my eyes, man. I'm sorry. This is the best town. Like, there was so much personality and love in Post Town. Post Town is like the only video game town where I really felt like the characters in this town straight up like loved me as a person, not even like a game character. Like, these guys actually love me as a person. Post Town is family to me, dog. I'm not playing. Here we are. This is Post Town. It's beautiful, man. I'm tempted to tell you guys all these names, but I'm not. We're going to talk to them, and then you'll get to know everyone. Wow, I would have expected it to be quieter somehow, but it's surprisingly lively, isn't it? This town is quite famous for having the best water. So visiting Pokemon all drink their fill and wash away their fatigue. Hopefully they don't do that in the exact same water, because if they do, I think I'm very sick and grossed out. I suppose that's why everyone tends to gather here, There are a lot of, shops and things too. That strange box over there is a deposit box, You could deposit your items and pee in there, and then, take them out later. And there's the general store. You can buy all kinds of items there, I know you guys ask me not to do it every time, but I'm sorry. There's also the inn and its restaurant, and all kinds of places. You should feel free to use any of the shops you'd like. What are you doing? Rock and roller. You just hit me on purpose, dang you! That hurt you, oaf! Ducklet. All I did was brush you with my beak. What's the big deal? Don't go throwing a fit over every little bump. Oh, I love these folks so much. Whoa, they seem a bit touchy. And none of the older Pokemon even tried to step in. Everyone's a bit on edge these days, It seems the strife between Pokemon just keeps getting worse. From what I hear, it seems that everyone's nerves are a bit strained. Some Pokemon even think it's because of the spread of the mystery dungeons, but who can really say for sure? You are right, relationships between Pokemon are definitely sour these days. More and more Pokemon are only looking out for themselves. Did you see how no one even tried to stop that fight just now? So I love how M clocked onto it just like I did. There's just no trust between Pokemon anymore. I wish everyone would be friendlier, but the world doesn't seem a bit dark these days, Though I wish it weren't. Well, never mind all of that. You two needed, a carpenter, right? I'll go have a look around, While I do that, you two can, check out the town. Alright, thanks, Quagsire. Here we go, boys. Okay, so this little, nook and cranny of the world. Where are you going, Marvin? Quagsire's going around searching for a carpenter for our sake, Let's just stay here in town a bit longer and wait for him, okay? So this little nook and cranny of the woods is what I like to call Post Town. My actual home away from home. I love this place, man. It is so nostalgic to me. Now, you might notice that it is kind of smaller than most other Pokemon towns. Well, I guess I wouldn't really say it's smaller. It's just kind of because it's in 3D, it looks a little smaller. But, it's such a beautiful town. It's honestly my favorite mystery dungeon town, and my favorite town in general, and any video game. Post Town is just so beautiful. The song here is so nostalgic to the point, I'm not joking, for years upon years, I would hum this song every day nonstop. It's safe to say people hated me for it. But I love Post Town so much, and I'm sure by the end of this experience, you guys will come to love this town too. And this song is just so nostalgic. It still makes me cry to this day whenever I go back to hear it. Quagsire has gone off to find a carpenter for us, so I guess we ought to use this time to look around town, huh? So we can talk to people. You already know what this is. Kecleon, he doesn't have his brother this time. Welcome to the Kecleon shop. How can I help you? Just like in the previous game, you can buy, Take all the time you'd like. You can buy stuff from him. Reviver Seeds make their grand return. Although I'm a beer, I don't think I'm going to need any of these, but I guess we'll see. We got stuff like Health Orbs, and I guess I'll kind of go over these things as I go. I mean, I guess I can go over them. Reviver Seeds, well, it revives the Pokemon when fainted. You guys know what these do. Famous item that I never used once. That I never ever had to use once in Explorers of Darkness. Alright? There's no evidence for that or anything. There's no videos where I used it or anything. I never had to use those once. There's the Health Orbs. It prevents bad status conditions and prevents the power from going down. Pluck. Well, it does exactly what it says. It's the move Pluck. Safeguard. It teaches the move Safeguard. Max Elixirs do exactly what they did before. They restore PP. Or as I like to call it, Poke Power. Slumber Orbs makes all the enemies in the room fall asleep. The Reunion Cape, it warps you near your teammates. If any enemy holds it, that enemy will warp near you. So basically, if you hold this and you get separated from your partner, you will warp next to your partner. Slumber Orb, again, does exactly what the other Slumber Orb does. It makes all the enemies fall asleep. And Cherry Berries, if you've played normal Pokemon, you know exactly what these do. The Hail Paralysis, okay? Anything else I can help you with? And just like before, you can sell your items that you have to him for Poke. In which, by the way, you can see your bag right there on the bottom screen. You can hold 2 items at a time. Well, you can hold 24, but I believe you can get upgrades for this, just like you could in the previous games to hold more items. I believe. I know for a fact you can get upgrades. And something else that is new here, at least I believe it's new. I don't remember any from any other Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games before this. Of course, it might have been there, and I might just be stupid and misremembering. And if that's the case, then I'm sorry, but in reality, there is this sell all button. Basically, this allows you to sell everything that you have in your bag for one massive profit. And then there's the info button, which he just basically tells you about what he does. Everyone needs items. Without a healthy supply of max elixirs, you might not use your strongest moves. Am I right? So who's going to sell you such amazing and useful items? Well, we, Kecleon, of course, we're very passionate about our trade. Stock up on everything you need from us before setting off from the dungeon. If we ever run out of an item, try coming back the next day. We should get in a new shipment then, so go exploring and come back later. You can find Kecleon shops all over. We'll even set up shop in some dungeons, so be sure to visit us. Yes, they do return with that. And if you're wondering, I'm going to go ahead and answer the question from you now. Yes, if you steal from them, they are still insanely powerful and will kill you right away.
I will not let you steal from my shop.
So, never steal from a Kecleon. This purple box right here is exactly what you think it is. This box replaces the Kangaskhan statues from the previous games. Basically, you open this, right? If you have too many items, store some in the deposit box. Not only can you store all kinds of items, but you can also deposit Poke here. So, why you would want to deposit Poke? Basically, depositing Poke allows you... Oh, by the way, if you remember, this just replaces the bank from the previous games. Depositing Poke... Now you can do all that in the box, which is a lot more convenient than how it used to be. But basically, depositing Poke allows you to keep it safe from losing it if you faint in a dungeon. Obviously, you can store items here. You can deposit items, withdraw items, recommended sets. So, withdraw a recommended set of items from the items you have deposited. So, basically, what this will do, right, is... it calculates the next dungeon you're going to, or the dungeon you are already in, and it will automatically decide which items are best for you to take with you on that dungeon. So it could actually be really good. And then withdraw treasure boxes. So treasure boxes are, well, they make their grand return. There's those boxes that you can find in the game, and they get their own little separate area in the box that you can, well, get them from. You can withdraw them or store them here. Because in the last game, if you couldn't use them, you had to kind of just get rid of them. You don't have to do that here, thankfully. You can store them in a box. Info obviously just explains the box, but I just explained that to you. Money, deposit, withdraw, info. That's it. You can see the money you hold, the money you deposited. That is it. Info does exactly what you think it does. Again, it just kind of explains how the box works, and that's it. So that's the deposit box. So if we make our way over here and talk to this odd fellow. The name's Rampardos, the Box Buster.
What did he say?
So, I mean, by that... Oh, no! That is way more inappropriate these days than this would have been back then, okay? Look, it was a different time. He does not mean what you guys think. Get your mind out of the gutter, you freaking weirdo. Get your mind out of the gutter. No, no, no. He does exactly what I was just talking about. Rampardos here, what he does is he busts boxes. No. Okay, he opened. Let me rephrase that. He opens treasure boxes. Okay, he will break open the treasure boxes for you that you find in dungeons. The ones I were talking about before. The ones you can deposit in the item box because you might not have enough money at the moment to pay for Rampardos to break your box. Okay. Look, I swear I'm not doing this. Let's just move on, okay? You got a treasure box for me? I'll have it open in a jiffy. Or I would, but the shop's actually closed right now. I busted it up a bit too much. Oh my god, please stop. Oh my god, please. Sorry about that. Oh my god, don't say sorry to me. You didn't bust any boxes around here. Oh my god. I'd not say nay to a wee gift, but then whoever would. That's Herder, and this is his son. Or I can't remember if Lillipup was his grandson or son. The wrapping sure is pretty on friends' gifts, isn't it? I'll bet it would be great to receive one. I can't remember if Lillipup is his grandson or his son. But we'll figure it out as the game goes on, okay? Cinchino, this is the gift shop. Here I make gifts just how my customers like them. But right now, I'm out of material for wrapping paper, so I can't open up shop. I'm sure I'll be open again later. So I'm sorry, but could you wait until then? So basically what Cinchino does, if I remember correctly, which I probably do, but I don't remember ever getting to use this shop, is Cinchino makes gifts. Basically, what gifts are the ability to send items to fellow mystery dungeon goers, aka your friends. And I can't remember if you could send them over Street Pass or if it was only Spot Pass, which, if you remember what Spot Pass was, that was like the internet, you know? And I can't remember if you could also get and receive gifts through Street Pass, but I know you could do it online. And basically, if you find an item and you want to trade it with your friend, well, you do it here at Cinchino's spot. Now, I didn't have any friends who played this game. In fact, I didn't have any friends at all. Well, I had friends, but I didn't have any friends who played this game, unfortunately. So I never got to use this feature. But, I mean, if you did have friends at the time, you would get to use this feature. Obviously, this isn't really viable anymore since, you know, well, Nintendo 3DS Internet's kind of cooked. But back in the day, it would have been cool. But Cinchino's not really going to matter much this playthrough. Pat Rat, sorry, you think I should have stepped in to stop that fight? Well, I wouldn't want to get dragged into it now, would I? Pat Rat, you're a loser. That's why everyone pretends not to see a thing, and you're a jerk for that. You're a real jerk for that. Rufflet, fights like that happen all the time around here, and neither of you cared whatsoever. Am I forgetting anyone? No, that was it. You two, good timing. Those two timber over there are the carpenter's, apprentices. You should ask them about your house, I'm about to let you guys know right now. I'm letting you guys know right now without a bit of hesitation, okay? Remember when I said this game was going to be the most emotionally and most heartwarming and, like, make you cry game? This first story is going to be the one that is going to make you cry first. Every little bit of the story in this game is going to make you cry. And it might not have seemed like it because maybe the first episode started off slow. And maybe even this one is starting off slow. But, like, this right here, if you don't cry during this first story, you're heartless. I'm serious. If you don't cry once during this first story, you are heartless. Math, my editor Math, right? By the end of this episode, if I end this episode, assuming this episode ends with the end of this story, right? Because I can't remember if this goes on a couple chapters. By the end, whenever this chapter ends, right? Whenever this part of the story ends, Math, I want you to literally intervene in the video with your voice and tell the people if you cried or not. So we can all know if he's heartless. I'm going to cry during this. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not even going to hide it. Without spoiling, I'm going to cry. You should ask them about your house, lads. Where's your, master? What? Hold on. What? Our master? You mean the boss? If you're looking for the boss, he's inside. Your boss is the carpenter, right? We want to build a house. Could you take us to meet your boss? We certainly can. Come on, then. Don't dawdle or nothing. They're getting the same voice, by the way. Now, in reality, I want to tell you guys something. In reality, I would 100% give the Timbers, like, mob voice bosses. But I can't do that unless I'm just going, hey, Hey, you, get over here. That's not even a mob boss. I don't know what voice that was, but that wasn't a boss voice. Okay, I can't do that. Capiche? I can't do it. So yeah. In reality, I would imagine these guys having like old timey gangster voices, but like I can't do that. So it's either Toad or nothing. Looks good. Good luck with the carpenter. I'll be waiting out here. Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to figure out how I want him to sound. Do I want him to sound different? Whatever. So where's your boss? Is that him? Let's make him sound like Sonic for this game. Huh? What are you talking about? That ain't the boss. In what world does that look like a carpenter, huh? That over there's Swanna. And yeah, I do have to ask, in what world does Swanna look like our boss? Sweet lady behind a counter with vegetables and food. Sweet lady, right? And you just think, oh yeah, that lady's a carpenter. Yeah, sure. That over there's Swanna. She owns this place. She's in charge. You'll see our boss just over there. Nah, maybe that could work. Maybe we could do something like that. I don't really like the Toad voice for Timbers. That's our boss, Girder. Girder. Listen up. The boss has a bit of a vicious temper. Mind your manners. I guess that kind of works, okay? That's not really a mob boss. Girder. What? Eek. What do you two want? Hey, hey, boss. See those folks there? Hey, what's this? You got some kind of job for me? Yeah, we want to build a house. I think we can do it, but we need a carpenter. We heard you were a carpenter, so that's why we're here. We would of course be paying you for your help. We really need a place to live. Please, won't you help us build our home? So, what do you think, boss? Boss? Girder! I love how you just, alright, I'll do it. Really? Yeah, really. I'm a carpenter, ain't I? We craftsmen stick to our word. Oh, I'm sure you do. Thank you. Alright, Marvin, we're gonna build a house. We're gonna need Pokey to build a house, right? We don't have any yet, but we're gonna work hard to save some up. Nah, don't need any Pokey. I want you to bring me something else instead. There's this place nearby called Stony Cave. Go all the way to the deepest part and get me some of the gems you'll find there. Gems? Yeah, that's right. They're blue stones, got it? We're gonna need materials to build you that house. I'll need those blue gems to swap for building supplies at the lumber yard. You'll spot the gems if you go far enough into Stony Cave. Let me see. Yeah, about 5 little ones should do it, I'd say. If you go and get me some gems, I can trade them for whatever you need. Then we can build you your little house. Alright, we just need to get you 5 blue gems, right? Let's go, Marvin. Thanks, Girder. Thanks, Timber. The world ain't that incredibly simple. 5 blue gems and we get a house? Who knew, like, getting a house was that easy? If only the real life economy worked that way, right? How'd it go, Things are looking up. The carpenter accepted our offer. If we'll just go to Stony Cave and get him the gems he wants, he'll help build us a house. Sounds pretty peachy, You can reach Stony Cave from the crossroads up ahead, Great, then we'll be off at once. Huh? Timber? What is it? Was there something you needed to tell us? No, it's nothing. Yeah, forget it. Just go and get those gems already. Man, I wonder why these Timber look so down and sad. What could be wrong? Oh, who cares? Let's go get our house. We will, thanks. We'll be back in no time. A house is coming our way, boys. Stony Cave? That's it? Quite easy. You can reach Stony Cave from this here crossroads, There's only one thing to remember. I think you already know it, but Stony Cave is, a mystery dungeon. A mystery dungeon? I keep hearing those words, but mysterious things are always happening in areas like this. I'm getting the voices mixed up. Like, every time you go into one, it's like it will probably change, or an underground passage will lead to someplace you'd never expect. But there are sure to be adventures waiting for you in those kinds of mysterious places. That was the idea that made me want to buy land here. It sure does sound fun when you put it like that, Sometimes you can, find rare treasure, and then everything's coming up rolls X, And then, out of nowhere, you might get, viciously attacked by wild Pokemon. They're very dangerous places, so be careful, I see. This job may not be quite as easy as I thought. Then again, building a house isn't easy either. Might as well at least try your best, You know, Quagsire, you do fully understand the danger that we're about to face, right? Don't you think you could summon up a bit more genuine concern? Oh my god. Nope, never bothered to be concerned about anything in my life. This is why Quagsire is my boy. Why start now, And besides, I somehow get the feeling, that you two can make it through anything together. It's rather reassuring, Even if it's based on, absolutely nothing at all. Honestly, Quagsire, you are just, well, we do want to have a house, so we've just got to try anyway. I'm sorry, Quagsire is one of the funniest characters ever. Like, straight up one of the funniest characters ever. Marvin, before we head out, let's make sure we know what we're doing. Girder wants us to go all the way into Stony Cave and get 5 blue gems. That's what he said, right? Alright, then let's go. We're definitely going to get some of those blue gems and build ourselves a house. Alright, let's go. We're going to get those blue gems. Ooh, we've come pretty far in. Hey, over there! Something shining. Come on, Marvin. Blue crystals. Here we go, boys. We found them. Look! These must be the blue gems. These have got to be the gems Girder was talking about. This does seem to be the end of the cave after all. Looks like all we need to do is bring some of these stones back with us, huh? How are you going to get them exactly? Yeah, let's pick some out and head back, why don't we? Bro just dug on the ground and got some of these. Nice, I've got 5 here. Should probably grab a couple more, but hey. Marvin, let's hurry back to town. Once we do, we'll have Girder get started on our house. Hooray, boys, we did it! I'm so excited. Marvin successfully made it through Stony Cave. Because of course I did. Come on, Marvin. M sure is excited. He must be thrilled to think that he'll finally have his own home. I can understand that kind of feeling. I guess because I wonder if I have my own home back in the human world. You guys think so?
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Squidward? Squidward, is that you?
I don't know. We're here. We're back in Post Town. Let's go find Girder right away. Oof. Oh, you guys are about to be introduced to one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Here we go. Hey, watch it. I'm sorry. I'm just really in a hurry. Real quick, I want to just note the hypocrisy in M's words. Can we get a flashback to M talking about that fight earlier? More and more Pokemon are only looking out for themselves. Did you see how no one even tried to stop that fight just now? So, if we had a flashback to that, right guys? You kind of notice how M got super upset that no one intervened in the fight earlier and that, like, the fight happened at all. And yet, he just got mad at, well, if you know anything about Pokemon, I'm not spoiling who this is by telling you. This is clearly a Scraggy, right? He clearly got mad at this Scraggy for bumping into him when earlier he got upset at the two fighting because one bumped into the other. Like, he thought that was a stupid reason to fight, yet you're getting mad at him for bumping into you. I'm sorry. I'm just really in a hurry. Please excuse me. Yeah, he's in a hurry, alright. Man, that surprised me. What was that all about? Oh, never mind. Let's go, Marvin. Gert here, my boy. Oh, you got him? The blue gems? We did. There were some pretty fierce enemies in that cave, but we still did it. Yeah, pretty fierce. Good for you. Well, promise is a promise. I'll build you that house of yours. Yes! Well, once you give me the gems, that is. Of course! Huh? What is it? They're gone! Oh, I think I see what's going on here. The blue gems are... What? That's so weird. I know I was carrying them on the way here. No matter how many times I checked, they're not here. Girder! You are messing with me, right? You never even went to get them, did you? Then I guess I can't build you any house now, can I? We really did get the blue gems, though. You've got to believe us. Where are they, then? I guess you'd better just go get some more. Good luck. That's... Well, dang, we gotta go get more? Bro, I just beat the entire dungeon first try. I don't want to do that again. I still don't get it. I'm sure I had them when we came back, you know? That is odd. I know I saw M pick up the blue gems in that cave, and M was walking in front of me the whole way home. If he dropped the gems, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed. That's because M is a clumsy idiot. It's pretty hard to swallow, huh? But wondering about it isn't helping either. We'll just have to go and get some more blue gems. Well, I guess one blue gem trip later, right? Huh? That Pokemon. Isn't that the Pokemon who... That's it! And might have dropped the gems when we ran into him before. Maybe if we talk to that Pokemon, he'll know something. What is it, Marvin? What? You want to ask that Pokemon we just saw if he knows anything? Okay, if we really did drop the blue gems on our way here to town, then that Pokemon might have found them. If we waste time, we're going to lose the sight of him. Marvin, pick up those feet. Well, wait. Please wait right there. Huh? I wondered who was yelling, but I sure wasn't expecting you, Timber. Sorry, though, no time to talk. We're in a bit of a hurry right now. We know. You're going after Scraggy, aren't you? Scraggy? You mean that Pokemon who just left is called Scraggy? Yeah, of course he is. And if you want to know where he's going, well, we can tell you that. I wonder how you guys would know where Scraggy's gone. What? Scraggy's headed for Hazy Pass. You'll find him if you go there. Yeah, so you little punks had better... I mean, we think you should go. Go after Scraggy. And take back what was stolen from you. Stolen? Are you suggesting to me that Pokemon Scraggy stole the gems from us? What? Who would do such a thing? I'm stunned right now. Just go get your blue gems back already. You mean our blue gems were stolen? Nah, dog. You didn't notice that the Pokemon who bumped into you stole the gems that you just had in your pocket? What? This must be a crazy concept. It happened before you two came to the inn. When Scraggy bumped into you from behind, he took your blue gems. What? But you... How could the two of you possibly know that? We're sorry, all right? We didn't mean nothing by it. Whoa, wait! They are long gone. I'm not really sure what just happened, but the Timber told us to get back our blue gems, and that they were stolen when that Scraggy guy ran into us. When Scraggy ran into us, hardly seems like there was enough time to steal them in that second, though. Yeah, you guys are idiots. Marvin, right? Me. I come from the real world. Are you telling me you've never once heard of a pickpocket in the real world? Really? Yeah, but the Timbers seem pretty serious about it. Well, Marvin, we might as well go after Scraggy and see what he has to say. They said he was headed someplace called Hazy Pass. I'm guessing we could probably get there from the crossroads. Might as well start there and see. Let's go. I knew it. We can get to Hazy Pass from here. All right. Now all we have to do is make it through the path ahead and catch up to Scraggy. Oh my god, Hazy Pass is such a big dungeon, guys. Such a giant dungeon. But we're going to get right into it. So, montage, without further ado, go. Okay, boys, so what this is just like it was in the previous game. Certain dungeons before a boss will have a checkpoint area like this where you can save your game, talk to the box, get your items out, put items in, all that good stuff. It works the exact same way as it worked before, just a little checkpoint area. Now from now on, I'll never stop the montage here again, but I just wanted to show you guys what this is, in case you're new to Mystery Dungeon or you don't already know the formula, this is just a little checkpoint area in between dungeons to, get your items out, put items away, and so on and so forth, okay? So without further ado, let's continue on with the dungeon. Hey Marvin, the way seems a bit brighter up ahead. Let's push on, okay? Ah, that's Scraggy, my boy. How you doing, sir? Scraggy, we finally found him. Marvin, let's catch up to him and see what he has to say. Oh, someone's coming. That can't be. What? You want us to hide? Whoa. What's the big idea, Marvin? Huh? And now you want me to whisper?
Shut up!
Or shut up, you idiot! Okay, fine, I'll whisper. Seriously, what is going on? I've never seen somebody more oblivious and stupid in my life. I guess I have. Other M. What? That's... Girder! Why is Girder here? Why do you think he's here? I wonder why he's here. Sorry for the wait. Took you long enough. I want to get down to business, yo. Don't be like that. I've got to be careful to make sure I'm not followed either. It takes a lot of work to keep up this kind of scam, you know? You haven't lost your touch, though, huh? Still quite the skillful little thief. So, where's the cash? Yeah, I've got what I promised you. Getting a little greedy, huh? Who are you calling greedy? Those blue gems will pay you back big time if you sell them in the West. Compared to that, the pokey you pay me is like a drop in the bucket, eh? Well, that's true enough. Course, I could just go to Stony Cave myself and get some, but, well, it does get pretty dicey in there. Having you lend your particular expertise to that problem is just plain expedient. Ain't no other way about it. I'm gonna have those two fools bring me some more gems. I'll be counting on the usual amount when they do. What? You're gonna have them get you even more? Those little losers? That's right. After all, they're still dumb enough to believe I'll build them a house. Dang, bro. At this rate, I'll be able to send them after more gems for the rest of their lives. You serious, dude? You're cold. It's their dream to build their own home, ain't it? They're gonna keep believing in that dream, and you just gonna keep bringing They're gonna keep believing in that dream, and you just bringing your gems forever, never knowing it won't come true. Man, I think I could cry. Ain't you got any heart left? You want me to cry over something like that? Ha! You, the great Scraggy, who pulls off meaner schemes in the West. When you ain't wrong there. Nah, oh, nah, you sneaky little, we is not taking that. We're not finna take that, dog. Come on. What? What, you two? We follow Scraggy here. Girder, quit the convincing act you had us falling for. Anyone who expects honesty in this world is a fool. That's what you get for trusting me. Dream big and you lose big. It's your own fault for getting tricked. You were tailing me? You mean you actually saw through my mad skills, yo? I'm impressed, losers. But, what you think you're gonna do now? You wanna fight with the two of us? I'm warning you now, I've been chustling on the wrong side of the route my whole life. The battles I've lived through were little squirts like you couldn't imagine. Course, I could just go to Stony Cave myself and get some, but, well, it does get pretty dicey in there. It'd be best for you to just toddle off home to your mamas, you hear? No way, bring it. My. And even after I went to the trouble of warning you losers, you don't have a bit of sense between the two of you, do you? Fine, then. Why don't we just show you? We'll show you what a big mistake you were making. Let's roll. Now, when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid and I first did this was one of the hardest video game fights I have ever done in my life. Now, I don't remember if these work. Don't necessarily remember if these work on bosses. So, in case they don't, I'm going to quickly eat this and hope that I'm like close enough to Scraggy for it to matter. I was. He's gone. Okay. Oh my god, he's gonna... Please attack me. He did. Okay. If he kills M right there, okay. Items. Oranberry. Give M. Okay. Dude, when I was a kid, this was one of the hardest battles I've ever had to fight. Now, it's the easiest. I told you guys, this game is, like, stupidly easy. Very dumbly easy. But when I was a kid, this was still the hardest crap I had ever done. But now that I'm older, I see what everyone meant by this is literally the easiest game in the series. I beat Scraggy in one move. Ouch! Which, I get it, this is like the tutorial boss or whatever, but dude, when I was a kid, it took me, like, a week to beat this boss. I'm not joking either. Ouch! I had to grind so much. I'm not gonna lose here. I'm not gonna lose to you fools. Girder, come on. Boss, please just stop. What? Boss, we're begging you. Please, stop doing these things. You too? Why are you? You didn't. You wouldn't. Oh, yes, they would. So you two are the ones who sold me out. The backstabbers appear at last. It was your meddling. Grah! Girder! Yeah! But, boss, please let this be the last time you do this kind of thing, okay? I'm crying already. I'm so sorry, guys. This is one of the most again, this game right here, unlike any other mystery dungeon game, which all of them had you cry, no other game in the series like comes this close as Gates to Infinity does. Is just consistently pulling on your emotion strings. And you might not feel any sympathy for these guys just yet, but just let it cook real quick. But please, let this be the last time you do this kind of thing, okay? What? We don't want to do this anymore. We never work. All we do is bad stuff. We don't want to watch any more of this. You never used to be like this, boss. You were nice, and you loved your work. You are not... Well, you're not the boss we knew anymore. What? You think you can defy me, huh? We don't want to do bad things anymore, boss. Please, boss, we're begging. Can't we just do honest work together like we used to? Can't we just... I'm actually crying. I'm trying so hard not to. Can't we just have fun working with us again? Or can't you just have fun working with us again? Work like we used to? You guys ought to know better than anyone. There's no way that can happen. Girder! Thump. Oh my god, bro. He hit them. Thwomp. Oh my god, his own apprentices, he beat him up. I hated Girder when I was a kid so much, but you're about to see. What are you doing? It's time you guys learned already. You can't just go back to the way things used to be. Bro just dipped. He walked off. Ow. Are you guys okay? It seems like there's more to the story than we've heard. Tell us what happened. Yes. You see our boss. He used to be a great carpenter, really. Everyone loved his work back then. We were in awe of his skill, and that's why we wanted to work with him. Being his apprentices was really, really fun back then. But then, the boss got injured one day. After he injured his back, he couldn't move the way he used to. His body just wouldn't listen. So he couldn't build the way he used to either. And because of that, he couldn't practice his building skills. So they went downhill. But even then, even without his old skills, the boss kept doing the best he could, you know? He still had his pride in the work, but then it happened. What happened? A certain Pokemon asked us to build him a house. Work had become pretty scarce by that time. We were so happy, all three of us. We poured our hearts into that house. We used up every last drop of energy we had to build it. And that Pokemon, he started by bashing the quality of our work. And then he destroyed the house right before our eyes. Oh my god. Like, I don't care what you think of, like, villains. That Pokemon is next level evil. Of all the ungrateful, terrible people. And, like, I get it, right? If something's not the way you want it, that's fine. But to openly bash it in front of them when they really did try hard, and even more importantly, not only did they really try hard for you, right? But you destroyed it in front of their faces. You didn't just bash it. No. You destroyed it in front of their faces. You intentionally wanted to break their hearts. You are a monster. I cried so much when I originally got this story, like literally. What? At first we thought he had torn it down because our work wasn't good enough. If that were really the reason, well, I guess we would have had to deal with it. But that wasn't the reason. From the very start, he was just toying with us. Toying with you? He had us build the house with every intention of tearing it down afterward. Planning from the start to complain about the work as an excuse not to pay us. That Pokemon called the boss's house a piece of garbage. Can you imagine? Again, if you're not in tears hearing any of this right now, you have no soul. Because this is just next level evil crap right here. If you've ever done this to anybody right now, Like, anybody. Like, you've ever done this to anybody where you just intentionally trolled them, had them put their hard work and time into something, only to tell them it was garbage? You are the scum of the earth. And I don't care if, like, you watch this video and you want to unsubscribe or something because of that. I don't give a frick. I don't care. I don't. If you've ever intentionally toyed with someone's emotions and hard work, intentionally, right? Only to do something this evil to them, you are the scum of the earth. And I don't care. I don't. And smashed it over and over until there was truly nothing but garbage left. The boss had no confidence in himself after that day. He gave in to his despair and stopped working at all, and eventually he started cheating other Pokemon like you. What a horrible story. But you said that Pokemon was just toying with you, right? He was planning to tear the house down from the start, so that means it didn't have anything to do with how good or bad your work was. Girder shouldn't have given up faith in himself because of that. We tried saying that too, but the boss just wouldn't listen to a word we said. In the end, he's the one who felt the loss of his skills most. At that house, he tried so hard to do a perfect job, and then it all got torn down in front of his face. I don't think it's any surprise he gave up after seeing that. But still, that doesn't mean he should become a criminal. We don't want the boss to keep doing these bad things. We thought maybe we could change things this time, and that's why we tried telling you about Scraggy, Marvin. But in the end, the boss isn't going to change, is he? We just want to work together with the boss again. We want him to go back to being the same old boss who loved what he did. Sniffle, sniffle. I'm sorry, I'm crying. You know what I'm thinking, Marvin? Of course. It's settled then. Our house is definitely going to be built by Girder. What? What? I love how they're just stunned. Like, do you not know who we are? Like, do you not know we're him and Marvin? We do this every game. It doesn't matter. Even after he's been terrible to you, why would you? We've decided. We don't want anyone else to build it. Girder is our guy. I want to see the house you two and Girder will build together. A house with all your heart and soul poured into it. Girder headed further in this way. Let's go ask him to help us. Even if he says no, we're going to keep on asking him till he agrees. Sniff, sniff. Wah, wah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Wah. Don't worry, boys. We're all in this together. Let's all go together. Let's go to see Girder together. If you did not cry, if that didn't make you cry, I don't know what is. If that didn't make you cry, you do not have a soul. I'm sorry, you do not have a soul. But I think I'm going to leave it right there. So until next time, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity.
Yo, it's me, the editor. I didn't cry, so I guess that means I'm like Squidward in that one SpongeBob episode.
No, Squidward, I meant good for your soul.
Oh, please. I have no soul.
Oh.